Hey Kate, thanks for sending your update. You wanted a video review, so here it is. Sucks that you're hungry, but at least in a week you get to eat. You can have pizza, whatever you want, and hopefully you get some naps in this week so you're ready for the competition. So we'll start with the equipped bench, the last ones that we did before the competition. So here's the 255. Let's see here's butt. So it looks like you controlled the descent well. You actually got the touch. It was maybe a quick pause, but I know when you have the weight in your hand and you're in the shirt, it feels miserable, so you just want to press it. So we might get a slightly longer pause just because the bar is still moving right there a little bit. But all around, bar path was good where you kind of pressed it back and kept the elbows underneath it, didn't lose it into the rack, and you're able to lock out 255. So that was a clean rep. If you pause a little bit longer, it might have been a little bit harder, but I still think you would have been able to lock it out. For the 245 here, a little shaky with the unrack, but you got under control, you brought it down. Again, that one, it was still maybe moving a little bit too, where you kind of touched your chest and then you were going down a little bit more, and then you decide to press it. So you might get a little bit longer than press command on that one as well, but it moved very fast. You got good leg drive, drove it back, locked it out, so that was good too. So now you see we can definitely touch with 245 and 255. You just have to kind of keep staying with it and controlling it down. And there's also things we can do, like once you take the bags out of your arms, then the shirt will actually be a little bit looser since the thickness of the bags are going to be gone. So that'll be a little bit looser in your arms. So that'll help. Also, we can always take the belt off if we need to, and that'll let the shirt kind of ride up a little bit, which makes it easier to touch. Or we can just not pull the shirt down as much and then put the belt on. So we got lots of things we can do. We'll kind of have to see on the day of to how the shirt fits on Sunday, after you ate your pizza and everything like that, and you weigh more compared to what you've been doing in training. So if it feels tighter, we might have to do some of these adjustments. If it feels loose, then we might not have to do these adjustments. So we'll see how it goes on Sunday. And then you have here your bench from today, your super raw single with 210 again as usual. So arch looks good, tighten the legs, easy unrack, pause is pretty solid and pretty smooth rep. So look like what an opener would look like for you. So pretty good there. And actually, you probably now maybe get an idea of you don't necessarily need your wrist wraps and your belts and stuff, because you're able to do the 210 just fine without it. So I used to use wrist wraps, and now lately I haven't been using them for my raw or equipped bench. It doesn't bother me at all. Wrists feel fine. Everything feels stable. Don't need it. Less stuff to deal with. So I can just go to the gym without the wrist wraps. So kind of maybe you come to the same realization where you don't necessarily need them. You do just fine without it. So that was good. So that was Sunday. Everything was solid. We can touch with 245, and then you had some light days, and then this one was 210 again, which we've been doing pretty much every week or every other week, and that was good too. So we'll have to see how the weight cut goes and everything like that, but it seems safe to just open up with this 210, which is the same thing we opened up with in the Boston meet. So the original plan with this one was obviously to go heavier, like 95, 100, 105, but since the pauses were longer than we thought, we kind of played it safe. So we don't necessarily have to open up any heavier or go heavier. For this competition, we can kind of still open up with the same number, just because this one we had to pull back. So basically, for bench national, for your raw, the first attempt is basically just going to be to seal the win. Then the second attempt will go for the American record. And then the third attempt, we'll just go whatever more than that to set the American record as high as we can, and then see if Megan hits it in Raw Nationals or not. And then, again, when it comes to Bench Worlds, maybe you'll beat what she did at Raw Nationals, and then if she makes it to, which she should, she makes it to Raw Worlds, she might break what you hit at bench world. So it'll just go back and forth. But so most likely we'll do 95 as an opener, which you've been doing every single week just fine. And then we'll go like 100.5 just to break the American record, the minimum amount to make sure we at least have it. And then from there we can just take whatever we need to. And I think you'll be able to handle a big jump just because you've been holding 255, 275 in your hands. So if we go from 100.5 to 105 or 106, 107, whatever, I think you'll be just fine. We'll just have to see what you have left in you after these two attempts and what kind of press commands we're getting. And then for the equip, since you can touch fine with 245 and 255, I think we can go with the shirt for all three. We'll see if we have to change it on the spot the day of, but you could probably just open up with 110 or 112 for the shirt, for that shirt that you're wearing, which would be 242 or 248. And then we'll just take jumps from there. We can always go up to like 260 for the second. And then maybe if we're feeling good, we can kind of try and hit that 275 that you've been like missing in the gym just from like the bar path and everything like that. So maybe if we can get 270 or 275 in the meet, and we'll call it a day. If it's feeling off and you get one in and it's kind of like bothering your arms and you don't want to even do it anymore, we can just do one or two attempts and then call it a day. You'll probably still get like second place, I think, from what I've seen in the 63s, and then we'll shut it down. So for this week, I already put the new tab in here, training 17, and I have your 2 sessions for this coming week. So we're just gonna do Monday and Wednesday. If you can't do these days, they'll let me know, and we'll have to shift it to another day and maybe make it easier if it's too close to the competition. Because I just want you to have Thursday and Friday off so that you can recover, focus on traveling, and focus on the weight cut for Saturday. So we're just going to do another heavy single on Monday. It'll be 195. Just do a little bit of volume. Normally you can do fives at 175, but we'll just do fours just so we get a little bit of volume in but not tire you out. Do some back work. And then this will be a really easy day. We'll just do a single at 175 and some doubles at 165 just to keep your bar path and your tightness and everything down. Focus on pausing on your chest. Some biceps just to counter all the pressing, and then that's it. All right, so we only got 2 easy sessions left, and then we are done and ready for bench nationals. All right, see you next week.